Hi everyone, so today I'll be going over my empties for the month of January. Like always, I'll have these separated into categories in case you're only interested in certain items. So for skincare, like always, I have a bunch of sheet masks. I always use these after the shower. I want to say I'm done with the illuminating version, so I have 1, 2, 3. This one's okay. I want to try out the other 20 Moly, I guess, types that they have at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I haven't seen them around too often, but once I try out the other ones, I probably would repurchase this one. And then I have 2 of the I'm Seaweed. I still have about 3 or 4 more of these. And I noticed that specifically with the I'm Seaweed, there's a lot of excess essence. So I like using my toner pad and kind of just wiping my neck, face, and chest area. So yeah, these 2 are good. I would repurchase both of them, but I want to, try to focus on finishing the ones that I have. To go on with some more skincare products, I have this toner from the rice toner that I finished. I really love this one. I think it works well for pretty much any skin type. So I have combination skin, but I found that when I use this during the colder climate, I feel like this kind of acted as like almost like a watery serum base. So I felt like my skin wasn't as dry. And this was one of the toners where I didn't really like using it on a cotton pad because I feel like it would absorb my product. So I would kind of put this directly on my hands and then kind of like tap my face. So yeah, I would repurchase this. I already did during I think it was the Style Vana Black Friday sale. So yeah, this is really good. I think you can find this at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I purchased during the yellow tag sale the I'm From Rice Serum. So I'm excited to try that out. Okay, a product that I wouldn't repurchase. Technically, I didn't buy this. My sister did. She got a set of the vegan kombucha tea gel cream from Dr. Sarah Q. I think it was in a gift set. So I think she kept the like toner essence. And I hate gel moisturizers, gel creams. I think they're supposed to work the best with people with oily skin. I mean, I have like an oily T-zone, but this just isn't it. I feel like my face isn't hydrated. I like more like cream-based moisturizers. So I didn't want to continue to use this at night or during the morning. So what I ended up doing is after the shower, I use this kind of like face, neck, everywhere else body cream. And even then I felt like I had to use an oil. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't like the texture. A good thing about it is that it does absorb quickly in my skin. So I mean, and I think it's kind of pricey for what it is. So I wouldn't get this. And I can see why my sister wanted to pawn it off on me. Okay, I think that's it for skincare specifically. Let's go on to body care. Okay, well, since I'm already here, let me do some small businesses. So we have a body or perfume oil from Lunar Life Apothecary. This is candy corn. So I believe that some of these come back when she has some discontinued clearance item sales. So this one, I felt like the scent was a little bit too light, and I'm not the biggest fan. Now I realize I'm not the biggest fan of candy corn, but it was a pretty good scent. So the perfume oils from Lunar Life Apothecary last a pretty decent amount of time, more so than some other body oils from small businesses. But anyways, going back to candy corn, I realized later that I'm not the biggest fan of candy corn. So this is a lighter, more mellowed out scent. And I feel like it didn't last as long as the other scents or the other perfume oils that I have from the shop. But overall, it's a really good quality. It lasted a long time. It's like a dabber bottle or like a Euro dropper. And I just like pop that off and then kind of like put that all over my arms. And yeah, that was like an easier way how to use up the product. Going on to another perfume oil, this is a Lovesick Witchery. So I believe for 2025, she had to increase her prices. So this is pretty old. I put a dot because her previous concentration was like at 5%, and I think she upped it to 10%. I don't know if that's been changed. So this is in the fragrance Harlot. So I thought this was going bad because when I smelled the oil in the cap, it smells like clay. But then when I used the actual product, it was good. So this was I believe her peach brown sugar type scent. This was really nice. I think in the past I wanted to repurchase this, but I feel like the Lovesick Witchery perfume oils don't last like a really long time. I would say it has the lasting power of more like of a body oil. So I think for this, it's really nice to use after the shower because I feel like her oils are a little bit more hydrating. But I don't think I would purchase this, but this is a nice scent. Okay, next empty, we have a body mist from Sugar Mama Fragrances, sold on Etsy, based out of California. This is one of her sample sizes with free shipping. So you are able to try out some body sprays either in her hydrating formula or her alcohol-based formula. This one is alcohol based. I personally don't really like hydrating body mist because one, I don't spray my skin directly, and two, I don't feel like drying types of alcohol are bad for you. And I feel like sometimes the glycerin in the hydrating body mist, I don't really like how it smells. But besides the point, fresh beignets. This was really nice. I feel like it didn't smell terribly like fresh beignets because I didn't get much of that powdered sugar. But I did get like this fried note that sometimes I was feeling it, sometimes I wasn't. But anyways, this was a really good formula and it lasted a decent amount of time. So I would use this after the shower. And then I felt like my PJs still smelled like it for a few days. So yeah, there's that. I'd probably try Sugar Mama fragrances again, but I wouldn't purchase this fragrance from her. Next empty we have from a small business called Athame and Alchemy, and this is her scrub. So this was a free sample that came in my order. She also sells wax, hand-dipped incense cones, etc. So anyways, here was the little sample that I got, and it's so cute because it had a little sticker, and the fragrance that I got was Mori Girl. So I did write down the fragrance notes: dewy ferns, growing mossy trees, ylang ylang, gardenia, jasmine, pink peppercorn, mimosa, amber, and cedarwood. So I didn't get a ton of the cedarwood. I got a lot of that like mossy dew note with like very pretty florals. I thought it was really nice. The only thing is that if you want a super abrasive scrub, this isn't for you. I would say that this is more akin to the Dove sugar scrubs. It's a lot more moisturizing. The granules are smaller. So I would purchase or try out one of Kimberly's sugar scrubs. However, I think I would wait for a sale because they're kind of expensive because granted, it's a small business. So I did pick up one called, I think, Pink Pony Party for the clearance price of like $12 or something. But if you think about it, I think she normally sells these for about like 14 something for her bigger regular size. So it's not that far off. But yeah, really great scent. Would love it. I would also like it in a wax smell. It's like really pretty. And I don't normally go for that like green, outdoorsy, floral type mix. And it's not super in your face florals where it's like, oh, this is like an old bathroom. It's musty. It's those florals that are trying to cover up bad odors. No, this is very fresh, pretty. Okay, next empty, we have a body lotion from Lush in Once Upon a Time. If you don't know, this was the formerly known So White fragrance family, but because of the name implications, I think that's why they changed it or modified it. But anyways, the color of this was like a light green color. It's a predominantly like green, earthy, a little earthy, and apple fragrance. I noticed that the body spray smells more of the apple. This one smells more of that green note. So anyways, I really liked it. However, I noticed that with Lush body lotions, there's a lot of butters in there, so it takes a while for it to absorb into your skin. So what I tend to do is I use maybe half of the product that I normally would use for, let's say, my regular lotion or like Bath and Body Works lotions, because this is a lot more hydrating. I did use this at times at night when my hands are really dry. I would put just a little bit on, and I feel like that would do a good job at hydrating my skin. So anyways, I would have purchased this. I got this for 50% off. So if it did come back and I saw it for Boxing Day or the freshness sale, I would for sure pick up another. But this one, I'm going to use it for the Bring Back Pop program. So cool. Sticking to small businesses, we have a sample perfume from Wearable Gourmand. The owner's name is Diana, and I purchased this back when she used to sell on Mercari. Now she has her own website in case you're interested, and this is her sample size. So she had told me that Orange Dreamsicle is formulated with 100% essential oils. I don't know if that's still the case, but I feel like her fragrances are pretty long lasting. Well, obviously because they're perfumes. But anyways, the scent was really nice, very creamy. And I initially, when I thought that she formulated with essential oils, that it was going to lean a little bit too much like orange essential oil, but I feel like it was really creamed out. The only thing is that I wish that the citrus note would last a little bit longer, but I think with citrus notes, lemon, orange, etc. in general, it doesn't last a terribly long time. So you're not going to be smelling that initial happy, bright burst in your dry down. I got more of that like vanilla creamy base. So what I would do is I would top myself off with Snowy Citrus Stroll from Bath & Body Works. But overall, this is a really good fragrance, but I have a bunch of these sample size perfume sprays. So this is good. I would have purchased, but like way down the line once I dwindle down my collection. All right, my next empty, we have an Onyx Bathhouse Foaming Body Scrub in the fragrance My Forever Galentine. This one is Black Cherry Wine with Moroccan Oil. This is a pretty big scrub, 21.16 ounces. And the reason why is because the consistency is really thick. Obviously, I cleaned it out, but for $2, it was on sale for $2. You can find these on sale at TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I don't think Home Goods, but anyways, they also have a different type of Onyx Bathhouse products. I feel like they're trying to rebrand, and what I'm trying to say is they have these at Walmart. But anyways, yeah, a little goes a long way. So I have a big collection that I'm really trying to get down to like at least 5, but it's a lot because they last forever. And this took me weeks and or months to go through. So yeah, this is a nice like black cherry fragrance. I feel like it would pair well with black cherry Merlot from Bath and Body Works if you have that in the body care still. But overall, I wouldn't repurchase this because I have other fragrances from Onyx Bathhouse that I like more, and I have way too many scrubs to think about repurchasing any in like the next year or so. Going on to an honorary mention, we have a Tree Hut body scrub in the scent Berry Bright. My sister got this, I think, at Ulta or Target, and this was made in 2023. I think that's what the sticker says. So this was just a very nice like winter fruit punch type of a fragrance, but I think she said that she wouldn't repurchase. I personally think this fragrance is okay, but it reminds me a little bit too much of like cactus cooler fruit punch or cranberry punch, something like that. So this is just okay. I think Tree Hut has come out with better fragrances. Okay, going on to shower steamers, I got some from a small business. Well, I think they're small, called the Herbal Scent. They sell on Etsy, Amazon, and I believe they have their own online website. So here are the ones that I tried. So my sister hated this one, Recenter, and it's because of that patchouli note. So the fragrances are lavender, eucalyptus, and patchouli. So yeah, it was very earthy. She thought it was like the earthy patchouli. And this one was light, surprisingly. I think that that's why she didn't mind it as much, but I feel like it was still detectable. Next one, we have Cold Kicker. This thing was like, oh my gosh, it was so strong. It was stronger than some candles that you burn, and the fragrance notes were peppermint and eucalyptus. So yeah, this thing just blew everyone out the water. You could smell it outside of the bathroom in the adjacent bedroom. So I would repurchase this. This was really nice. If you can't tell, I wouldn't repurchase the first one, Recenter. Next, we have Morning Citrus Mint. Fragrance notes peppermint, lemon, orange, and tangerine. This was really bright, happy. So I would say that these last about like 15 to 20 minutes, obviously, give or take. However, we use soap savers or shower savers. I'll show you that in a little bit. And I feel like it extends the life of your shower steamer or shower melt. Yeah, I don't know how long it would last if you don't use one. And yeah, this one was a solid medium. Next, we have Rise and Recover. I believe this was another one with patchouli. I think that this was the one that my sister liked the least. Recenter, I think that one was okay because it was a bit light. So the fragrance notes to this read peppermint, lavender, lemon, basil, and patchouli. And the lemon note was super apparent in here mixed in with the basil. And then next was the patchouli. The peppermint and the lavender were more like supporting characters or supporting notes. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this. This one was light medium, and yeah, my sister didn't like it. Next one, we have Stress Fighter, fragrance notes lavender and lemon, but you mainly just got the lemon. This one was light, barely any lavender, and I feel like this one dissolved pretty quickly, despite the fact that we both used a saver. So I want to repurchase this one. I think out of all the ones that I showed, I would repurchase Morning Citrus Mint as well as Cold Kicker. Heck, Cold Kicker, that thing's really powerful. I think that can like sell itself. But okay, going on to some shower steamers that kind of sucked. This was from TJ Maxx, I believe. So this was a set of 10 shower steamers in the fragrance Honey Lemon from Body Prescriptions. Really cool packaging. It was $4.50. But yeah, these were unscented. What I did is that I put some essential oils on the shower steamer so that it wouldn't be like a waste of money. And I feel like that really helped. But the Honey Lemon shower steamers that came as is, unscented, not even a 1 out of 10. The only good thing about it was that it lasted a really long time, so it didn't dissolve as quickly as the 5 minutes that the Bath and Body Works shower steamers last. But the good thing that I got out of this came with a shower steamer, and now my sister and I use this with all of our shower steamers. So what you do is you just place it on here, or you could use it as a soap saver. So it has holes to drain out the excess liquid. And yeah, it really extends the life of your shower steamer. But these things just suck. This was the only good thing that came out of this purchase. So would not recommend it, but if you see it and it has this cute little shower steamer and you don't want to order it from like Temu or Shein. Yeah, cool, get this. Okay, going on to hair care, we have Curl Talk from Not Your Mother's. This one, I got it on super sale, only $1 at Walmart. Normal price is $7.74. So this one smells really nice. I have seen it at like TJ Maxx, Marshalls once, but it was like $4.99. And I can't get over the fact that I purchased these at $1. So yeah, I'm being just a little cheap, but the product is good. The only thing is that if you wanted some coarse, like a coarse scalp scrub, think more sea salt. This is not it. This is more of like fine granulated sugar. So I felt like I had to use a lot in order to really foam up my scalp area. I think I used a little bit too much, but it was $1, so I felt like I could go heavy-handed. If I were to find these again at Walmart for $1, I would purchase. But anything more than that, I'd probably skip out. So the next hair care empty we have from Head & Shoulders is the Smooth and Silky Daily Shampoo. This is a dandruff shampoo. If you don't know, I like using a dandruff shampoo once or twice a week in order to really clean my hair. So I feel like that gets rid of all the buildup that I have. And my sister, I think, caught on and she got on that wave. And so we ended up sharing this shampoo. So this was a really nice floral scent, like a creamy floral fragrance. And I got this at Target from the clearance aisle. I think it was like $6 or something. So yeah, really like it. Would repurchase it. And this was a pretty big size, 20.7 ounces. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Again, would repurchase and will continue to purchase anti-dandruff shampoos to use once or twice a week. Next, going on to home fragrance, we have two little trees. I believe the scent is either called Falling Leaves or just Leaves. Anyways, I got this on sale in a 3-pack at Walmart for like $2.24. And this was a good fragrance. This lasted a really long time. I had initially one going in my cart, but I wanted to finish both of them at the same time. So I felt like it was even more apparent. I felt like it lasted more than 30 days, probably because I had two. So yeah, I don't think I would repurchase this because I like other fragrances from little trees like cotton candy, cherry blossom. But yeah, this is really good. A good way to extend the life of your little trees fragrance is to keep the plastic on and to slowly like lower it as time goes on. It could be a little bit cumbersome because it kind of like with the plastic, it makes it really bulky. But I feel like these are good. In California, it is illegal to have anything on your rear view mirror. So I would have this in the little hooks in my back seat. But then again, I feel like a cop would only pull you over if they're being like really picky, which I don't know about now. But anyways, this one was good, lasted a good amount of time. The only thing is that the scent wasn't really my thing because it was a very like outdoors, crisp leaves, quintessential fall with a little bit of wood. So yeah, that's not really my thing, but this was, I would say like a medium strength. Speaking of car fresheners, I gave my dad this Midsummer's Night. I have these 4 that I haven't tried. I hauled this recently. And he has it in his car. And he's the type of person that if I tell him, hey, Dad, I'm going to give you this, but just give me the empty when you're done and tell me what you thought about it, he probably wouldn't remember at all. So this one was really nice, like men's cologne scent. So I can't tell you how it performed, how strong, how much it lasts, or how long it lasted because I never really used this car. So who knows? But once I'm done with the current car diffuser that I have, I'll probably try out maybe like pink sands or something. So yeah, TBD on the performance of these. All right, so since I'm talking about air fresheners, let's go on to this odor absorbing gel. This one I purchased it at Marshall's in a 2-pack for $4.50 during the after Christmas sale. This was in my sister's closet, I believe. So initially this is like really full right here, but then it kind of just shrinks down. This still smells like clean air, clean laundry. And this one's really nice. I really recommend this fragrance. It doesn't smell too cheap. It doesn't smell too like sudsy, like laundry detergent. Yeah, this was really nice. And I feel like it does a good job at absorbing odors. Then again, put this in a room and you want it to absorb all the odors in your room. That's not really happening. But if you put this maybe like in a corner bathroom, in a small closet, in a small like cubby, I think this will do a good job. So yeah, I would recommend this and I would purchase it for $4.50 for a 2-pack. However, in TJ Maxx Marshalls, sometimes it comes in like a cardboard packaging and people just rip them apart and then they want to sell you $4.50 for just one instead of two. Oh, heck no, I'm not doing that. All right, going on to reed diffusers, we have one from Morgan and Grace. I kept the little card. This was in the fragrance pumpkin and cedarwood. And this smelled mainly of cedarwood, and I don't really care for cedarwood, so I ended up putting this in my sister's bedroom. She also doesn't like cedarwood, but she didn't tell me at the time, so who knows, all the liquid evaporated, and it has these reeds that just don't really do it for me. Morgan and Grace is a brand that you can find sometimes at Ross, mainly TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I feel like it doesn't really do that well. So I think going forward, I wouldn't purchase from Morgan and Grace unless it's like $2-3 for a reed diffuser. Going on to the next reed diffuser, this one was so lovely, and I believe I got this at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. It's a little bit hard to read, but it's GC Botanicals and Lavender Fields. I got this back when my friend used to work at TJ Maxx, so this never went on sale, but she gave me her like employee discount. So this was really pretty. We used this over the bathroom, and it was perfect for that little space. Despite the fact that it has these reeds I don't like, I feel like it did such a good job at dispersing the scent. I don't know if it's because of the fragrance oil itself, the reeds, or what, but it had like very pretty decor, like these dried flowers, super pretty, and it still smells. So I don't know if I'm going to throw this out right away or if I'll put it in like a closet corner, and there's no liquid in there, so it doesn't really, there's no fear that the liquid's gonna spill. But yeah, this one, highly recommend, 10 out of 10. Then again, keep in mind that reed diffusers aren't meant to scent like a medium space or a large space. It's only meant for small areas, which it's perfect for my small bathrooms. Next, we have some tea lights. We have 2 4-hour ones, I believe one 6 to 7 hour one, and an 8-hour one. So I kind of cut down on warming wax this month because I think I wanted to focus on burning candles. But yeah, these are good. Let me know if you want to know where I got them from, but essentially it was Amazon and Target. Next, going on to some wax that I warmed and finished. The Candle Nurse, we have the Cellar. This is actually one of her most popular fragrances. We have Mulled Apples, Fresh Fig. Let's see. Rosy Nuances of Pink Pepper, Warm Musk, and Cedarwood. Pour date is June 4th, 2024. So this one, I believe her sample sizes are only like 0.6, 0.7 ounces. I used this one in my Scentsy warmer, and it was really good. The only thing is that the first few warms, I noticed that it took like an hour and a half to throw the scent, versus for some of Emily's other fragrances, I can smell it after like 15, 20 minutes. But I don't know if it was like because it was older, maybe the formulation, cure time. I'm not quite sure. But after like at the 2-hour mark, I could really smell it. And my mom actually complimented me. She said it smelled clean, which I don't know how any of the fragrance notes smell clean. But this one, I mainly picked up on that like mulled apple fragrance. I want to say that my mom was picking up on that like sophisticated pink pepper musk cedarwood combo. But anyways, this fragrance is not really for me, but that's mainly just because I don't really care for like cider, mulled spices, mulled apples, apples in general. But yeah, this was really nice and it worked well in my Scentsy warmer. Next, wax that I warmed and empty. We have one from Boots and Mascara. The owner's name is Angela and she sells currently on Etsy. This one is Minty Apple of My Eye, and this was a sample bag. Pour date August 27, 2024. Fragrance notes: pine, fir needles, hints of apple, sweet vanilla, wintry woods, and a splash of mint. So I picked up more on the pine fir needles on cold mixed in with the other fragrance notes. However, when I warmed it, I forgot if I used my Scentsy warmer or a tea light. I think I used my Scentsy warmer. Anyways, for this one, I felt like the apple note really took over when the wax was being warmed, and suddenly the mint came out of nowhere. So I feel like the pine and the fir needles, despite the fact that those are pretty strong fragrances, I felt like the apple note really shined. So this one was nice. Again, I don't really care too much for apple fragrances, but this was really nice because it leans more towards that juicy, crisp apple versus like a baked kind of red delicious type of apple. Next wax that I warmed and emptied, we have Christmas Memories. Pour date September 4th, 2024. Fragrance notes: fresh green pine, spicy clove, cinnamon, citrus, cedarwood, and caramel musk. So this one, initially when I read the fragrance notes, I thought, oh no, how much cinnamon, how much clove is going to be in here? But surprisingly, I feel like it complements really well the green pine note. And I felt like it was a really good blend that it made me think of like a Christmas tree that's inside of your house. It has a little bit of that wood scent of the tree base. And so I put this in my very large open concept living room. It has high ceilings and it goes into the kitchen, and it did a pretty good job at scenting up that area. And it was just one warmer. So I feel like if I had maybe two, it would do like an even more powerful job. So I'm sure in a medium-sized bedroom, just having this in one, like let's say tea light warmer would be enough. So this one was really nice. Finally, onto candles. We have a small business called Sahaya and Company. So I've been wanting to try out this particular brand because on the subreddit, I believe Indie Makeup and More, people were asking like, hey, do you know any small businesses that have candles with good strength and throw? And this was recommended quite a few times. So finally, when I think it was December, there was a 15% off coupon. Plus I had some shop pay cash. I want to say it was $5. This brought down the like $13 shipping under $10. And I thought, wow, this is a perfect time to order. So I ended up picking up these 3 candles in the tin format, single wick. Sahaya and Company uses 100% paraffin. And here are the ones that I got: Rose Framboise, Mad Tea Party, and Luna Moth. So let me quickly go over them. So if you want a more detailed review on the fragrance notes, I believe I go over that in my dedicated haul and first impressions. But for Mad Tea Party, I believe the fragrance notes were black tea, strawberries, and I want to say vanilla cake. And unfortunately, this did not perform at all. I had this in my medium-sized bedroom, but then I couldn't smell anything, so I moved it over to my bathroom, which I feel like this fragrance wouldn't really do well in the bathroom. But besides the point, um, it was maybe like a 2 out of 10, so it was very, very light. I think this would have been better if I would have warmed it, put it under my lamp, put it in my crock, but I just wanted to burn it or use it as intended. So this one, a hurricane didn't help. Again, maybe I should have like tried warming it instead. But another thing about these candles is that the flame got crazy long and started sooting. It looked like a little choo-choo train. And I'm just like, oh no, I'm not getting any fragrance. Plus this is sooting. Oh heck no. So I used an Illumilid from Yankee Candle, and I feel like that kind of toned it down a little bit, but I'm sure some soot was still coming out. So to the bathroom it went. So this one, the scent was really nice on cold, but unfortunately it just didn't translate. Next, going on to Luna Moth. This one was very like green, aquatic, dewy, mossy, those type of fragrances. And one thing that I like about all of these candles, I don't know if it's noticeable, but it has iridescent glitter sprayed on top that it looked like molten glittery lava, which was really cool. Again, same issue as Mad Tea Party. This one was slightly stronger. I was able to notice it in my bathroom, but I would give it in my bathroom, which is pretty small, like a 2.5 or a 3 out of 10. So it just wasn't doing it. And it was doing that sitting issue that the other one did, or that all of them did. And last one, we have Rose Framboise. This one was the strongest one out of all the ones that I showed you, but it still had those sitting issues. And I would say this was maybe like a 3 out of 10 in a bathroom, 3.5 out of 10 at most. And I did use an Illumilid, so I think that's why it helped there to be like hardly any wax cling on at the sides. But yeah, same issues with the what do you call it, with the sooting, same thing with the like not being able to smell it. So unfortunately, again, I probably should have used this in my candle crock under my candle lamp, but I mainly purchased candles in order to burn them. So this just wasn't a thing, and I don't necessarily need candles for the bathroom. But yeah, this was a really pink rose type of fragrance. Unfortunately, it was pretty light as well. So unfortunately, despite the fact that the fragrance of these candles themselves are really nice, they look really pretty, I would not repurchase just because of the burn experience that I had and the low strength and throw. All right, next, going on to another candle empty. We have one from a small business sold on Etsy from Teresa Lynn Simple Lux. This one is from her fall offering, Thick Thighs and Witchy Vibes. 100% soy, wooden wick, 8+ ounces. So with this one, if I'm remembering the fragrance notes correctly, it was like fig and baklava. So I was a little bit worried because the other bakery scent that I purchased from Teresa, Aunt Frida's rolls, I wasn't able to smell it at all, and I actually had some burn issues. These are wooden wicks, so it might take like a learning curve in order to get used to it, but the strength and throw of this was pretty much non-existent. I think it would have been better to warm it. But then again, with a wooden wick, that kind of defeats the purpose. So with this one, I mainly just used it for background noise. And again, her wicks do have boosters, I believe, but it's like very, very tiny. So you're not going to get like the loudest sound. So what I ended up doing was saving this for nighttime. And if I had my TV on, I couldn't hear it. So I would just kind of have this on in the background at night when I was working. So overall, I think I'm going to slow down on purchasing Teresa's products or her candles specifically because it's been really hit and miss, whether that is with the strength and throw, which I've only had, I think of like 2 candles that have really thrown out of the maybe like 6 that I purchased, which isn't really a good ratio of like hit and miss. And I wish that her wooden wick would crackle a bit louder. But yeah, there is Thick Thighs and Witchy Vibes. Next, going on to a single wick candle from Swan Creek Candle Co. This is roasted espresso. I feel like if you love Paris Cafe from Bath & Body Works, but you hate that bitter, burnt baroche note, this is perfect. It smells like straight up espresso. It's really strong despite it being a single wick. And I did warm this and it even performed in my candle crock. This is 100% soy. I have a dedicated review and this was just like the world's strongest single wick, practically. Yeah, highly recommend this. If you only try one scent from the brand, I would recommend Roasted Espresso. Next, honorary empty, we have one by Homeworks by Slacken & Co. My sister finished up this one. I purchased this quite a while ago. I want to say like 2 years ago at Marshall's. This was back when the candles were $16.99. So I got it on sale during the after Christmas sale for $8.50. So with this one, I think she liked Snowy Sleigh Ride a little bit more. And that's because it just performed a little bit better. Here are the fragrance notes. And overall, it burned pretty cleanly all the way down. She had it burning for hours on end. And it wasn't as strong as Snowy Sleigh Ride, but overall, it was pretty good. However, based on the performance, I wouldn't repurchase, and I don't think my sister would repurchase this particular fragrance as well. Next, for the miscellaneous items, we have 2 gummy vitamins from Nature's Truth. I purchased this at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. To the left, we have collagen peptides types 1 and 3. And to the right, we have vitamin D3, 5,000 IU. So I believe that one of these, I got this on sale, maybe $7. And then this one, I got it for full price, $8.99. So I think my favorite one is definitely this peach flavored. I think the strawberry one is good as well. I would repurchase it, but I do have some tablets that my dad got for one of his like races. He's into long distance running. So I'm not going to repurchase this one anytime soon. Maybe if I see the collagen gummies at either a grocery store for a good price or TJ Maxx Marshalls, I'll go ahead and pick up another one. Next empty, we have a foaming hand soap from Big Lots in the scent Holiday Pine. I got this on sale for like half off or something, so it was maybe like less than $1. And this is 10 ounces, so it's a little bit more than the Bath & Body Works foaming hand soap, but I like the Bath & Body Works foaming hand soap formula a lot more. This one is a little bit drying, however, I like the scent more than I did the Halloween one. I wouldn't repurchase, and even if I wanted to, Big Lots is closing down all across the US, so unfortunately, this will be the last soap that I get from there. And then the last item that I finished was just this Crest Maximum Cavity Protection Toothpaste. It was pretty good. It wasn't super foamy and it didn't froth off a lot. I think I have a few more because I got these in like a 6-pack or a 4-pack at Target. And yeah, it's pretty good. So that is everything that I emptied up for the month of January. Let me know if you have any questions and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.